Welcome, everyone, to Mastermind Seminars Live. We would like to welcome those who are in our location here today, as well as all those who are participating via video streaming at our satellite locations all around the world. We'll be introducing our event today and then turning it over to the very capable hands of some amazing presenters who have graciously given of their time and their amazing talents to share their insights into things which will change our lives as well as our businesses. The main question we want you to ask yourself is, why am I here? Is that a valid question to ask? Yeah. Why am I here? Maybe it's making money. Maybe it's saving more time. Maybe it's addressing my biggest challenge. Maybe it's working on my life vision. Whatever it is, we are here to help you do it. And the way it's going to happen is that you're going to get excited and you'll have the great temptation to do absolutely nothing about it because you are going to feel fantastic when you leave. You really will. I guarantee it. The way it's going to turn into money for you, and the question you have to ask yourself is, how can I turn what I learned today into money for me and my business? Well, it's going to be mind-numbing discipline in two key areas, in only two. One is intellectual, showing up or being on the live stream absolutely every single month, once a month, that's it. Once a month, and then the implementation or the application is once a week. We have mastermind groups that meet on the phone in 30-minute segments that will absolutely change your life. Or meet live with a coffee connection weekly, and you have to have at least two buddies, two partners from today who participate with you today where you hold one another accountable. You have to do it. You have to do both to make it happen, to achieve what you set out today to achieve. To ensure each participant has rock-solid follow-through, we have a system for that. Go to www.mastermind-seminars.org/register. That's www.mastermind-seminars.org/register, and we will assist you in having strong follow-through with what you learn. Does everyone have what we call the fourfold? The fourfold has 14 different panels which you will be able to visually see and take home with you. On panel 6, please write down your biggest challenge, and then as you work through today, write down any ideas you have for solutions. Do not leave here today without having very specific solutions you will commit to do over the next 30 days with at least two other buddies from today's event. So, the topic today, and we have 12 topics every single year. Panel 5 on the fourfold are the same topics each and every year. Your MC or host will share with you the specific topic for today. With each topic, each month, at this event, we have 7 segments. Segment 1 is speed networking, which will be done at each individual location. You'll share your name, your company, your organization, what you would like to accomplish today, your biggest challenge, and your elevator speech. Everyone will break up into groups of 4 individuals, and each person will have 3 minutes to share these 5 things with others in the group. Once everyone has shared, then you will form new groups and do the same thing again. You keep doing this until your MC or host shares it's time to do something else. Segment 2 will be wins and biggest challenges, which is panel 6 on the fourfold. And the MC or host for each location will take 10 minutes to have local groups share their wins from last month's event and or your biggest challenges. Segments 3, 4, and 5 are the 3 elements to the BOS, the Business Operating System, which is panel 7, 8, and 9 of the fourfold. The BOS, Business Operating System, is the engine that runs our business. We earn the money we earn, work the hours we work, we have the stress we do or do not have due to our BOS. And the first element to our BOS, our engine, is the DNA for people, or personality masteries. The second segment is DNA for business, and the third segment is DNA for life. Segment 3, panel 10 on the fourfold, the DNA for people, is personality masteries. We can learn how to identify someone's personality in 15 seconds, and once we know someone's personality, we know their strengths, their weaknesses, what they like, don't like, why they will or won't work with us. We even know if they are married, probably the type of person they're married to, the strengths and weaknesses within their marriage. Yeah, pretty much amazing stuff. Imagine having a system that is so powerful that it will help you increase the leads your business receives, help you convert more leads faster, and obtain more referrals. In segment 4, panel 11 on the fourfold, the DNA for business, this is what we call the 530 grid. There are 5 areas in one's businesses. Area 1, marketing. How do we generate more and better leads? Area 2, pre-sales. How do we convert more leads to clients? Area 3, the sale. How do we convert leads faster? Area 4, servicing. How do we service our clients in the most amazing way where they refer everyone they know to us? And Area 5, client for life, where our clients become our partners and we start to work with all the spheres of influence they are connected with. In segment 5, panel 12 on the fourfold, the DNA for life. This is natural laws. Natural laws govern all that we do. In many ways, it's the hardest of the 3 DNAs to teach, to learn. There are over 500 natural laws which govern our business, our income, and really every area of life. One of those natural laws is the cluster principle. The cluster principle states that it's not unusual that someone making a buying or selling decision will know between 3 and 9 other people over the next 6 to 12 months who are making a similar buying decision as our prospect or client. Imagine what would happen with our business if we had every prospect referring us 2 or 3 or even more additional prospects. Yes, our businesses would double each and every year, and that's just one of the over 500 natural laws applied through our BOS, our engine. Again, BOS consists of DNA for people, DNA for business, and DNA for life. And it's the engine that runs our business, organization, and depending on how good it is, all the money we're going to earn, the time we're going to have, the stress and the life balance you're going to have or don't have. Segment 6 is Q&A, and that can be done either at your local level or it can be done through the video stream. That's up to your local MC or host because we're going to hit you with a lot of information today, and I hope you're ready, but this will give you a little opportunity to do decompressing. In segment 7, great things are going to happen next month, and we'll all come back together again as we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. So absolutely everything we do today will be focused on the topic for the month, which will be shared with you in just a minute. Are we clear? Do we understand what we will be accomplishing today, or at least a big picture perspective?
Wow. Wasn't that a tremendous video? I'm going to tell you something. We are so excited that you've joined us today. Welcome to Mastermind Seminars. My name is Kevin King. I'm going to be your MC for this event, and today is going to be spectacular. Why is it going to be spectacular? First of all, you're with us. That's why it's spectacular. Secondly, even if it was just the core people that are putting the presentation on, we would have a spectacular time. You think, isn't that curious? Well, see, that's the power of developing profitable mastermind groups. Even if it's a group of 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 1,000, it doesn't matter. What we want to do is help you develop profitable mastermind groups today. Well, you've joined us. You've joined us in year 4 of an amazing journey. And this is Mastermind Seminars Live. And we do 12 topics every single year. We take one per month, every third Thursday of the month, and you're on. So we're glad you're here, so congratulations, you made it. Now, there's going to be 7 segments. So the 7 same segments every single time so that we can stay on track, so that there's an order, that there's an event, that there's a moving forward, and we're going to make it fun. We're going to have a great time today. I hope you're along for a great ride because you know what? Together, truly, everyone does achieve more when we do this thing together. Month 1 was the value of installing systems. Month 2 is generating more and better leads. Doesn't everybody want to do that? Converting more prospects to clients is month 3. And again, converting prospects faster, because once you convert them, you want to do it faster, and we want to help you do that. We're generating also in month 5 a large quantity of referrals, which also leads us to creating client-for-life relationships. Then at that point, when we create profitable partnerships with those clients, then we are into month 9, which is today, developing profitable mastermind groups. And what is that? Well, it's people coming together with an intention, with a reason, with a goal, a dream, a life vision. Now, imagine your life vision and imagine achieving that which you want to make happen in your life, but not doing it alone, not doing it just on your own resources or efforts, but doing it by connecting your life vision into every other person in a mastermind group. Imagine the power that that would create for you in your life and absolutely change your community and your city and your world. You say, Kevin, that sounds a little impossible. Really? Well, 4 years ago, we looked at doing a small group, day one, 4 years ago, and it was 12, 15 people in a room, in a small room, and the vision was cast by the wizard. And the wizard said, imagine this happening in every major city, everywhere in the United States, and then everywhere in the world, and then every city out there. Powerful mastermind groups. Now imagine all those people connecting together. Sounded a little crazy. Guess what? The wizard was right. It's coming together in an amazing way. Get on board. You are on the super train to success. And today is marking month 9, but we also have other amazing events that are happening everywhere in the United States now. So it's happening. It's happening. Tomorrow, I just got to tell you, it's going to be one of the most spectacular events if you can get to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is going to be month 1, the value of installing systems tomorrow. There are people flying from all over the United States. There's going to be people there from all over geographical areas that are getting there, driving, flying, walking, getting there, whatever they need to do because of the power of a profitable mastermind group that's going to absolutely change their life. So let me give you the segments that we're going to be covering, and I hope you are intended to, and with intentionality, to achieve your dream and your goals. Segment 1 today is going to be our networking before the event. It's speed network. It's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen. Segment 2 is wins and biggest challenges. Then we get into the BOS system, which is the business operating system. The DNA for people, the DNA for business, and the DNA for life. We call it personality masteries, the 530 grid, and the natural laws. Then we move into Q&A. That's segment 6. Now, if you feel like you have taken a drink out of a fire hydrant, guess what? You have, because we're going to move fast. We're going to get a lot done today, and we're going to be part of this. That's a time to decompress a little bit, okay? The 7th segment is great things yet to come. And I'm going to tell you next month it's going to be even better. It's going to be attracting profitable clients. You see, the power of a mastermind group relies in a system that is helping other people achieve their goals, creating massive value without charging them any money. By the way, you're not being charged to be on this. We're not making any money from this, from just being paid today. What we're doing is giving back value. And by giving back value and creating value even into total strangers, we are seeing tremendous impact that's literally going to change the world. So developing profitable mastermind groups. Now, in order to do speed networking, I want to bring on somebody who is just amazing. Mark is the president of Synergy Solutions, and he is going to be helping us do, this is going to be amazing. So get ready. Pull your friends in. Let them see what's going on. You're going to be part of something amazing today. Mark, take it away with speed networking.
Thanks, Kevin. You know, it's just so neat because the Cincinnati event that's going to be this evening, the dinner before, so when there are events quarterly all around the country and soon worldwide. And you not only want to be at the event, but you want to be at the dinner the evening before. There's going to be a breakfast, a coffee connection breakfast on Friday morning. So it's connecting in those manners. So how do we go about doing this? How do we, when we meet somebody, when we connect with somebody, what's our process? What's our approach? And what's cool is the Cincinnati event has a number of individuals that are really understanding how to do speed networking. And so they've all completed the action card, and they're going to have that filled out. and they're going to be sharing that with one another. They're already starting to do that. So imagine if you were part of a mastermind group, a networking, speed networking, and you knew how to read the action card, and you knew who you're talking, never met them before, and you knew what their ideal lead was and why. You knew what their biggest challenge was. You knew that, how to help them, how they'd like help, and then you knew their geo test and their pain quadrant test, and then, what one thing they'd like to change about themselves, knew how coachable they were, and you knew what their minimum income goal and wow income goal. What if you knew all of that in seconds? See, a lot of people, they think it's going to take a long time to develop a relationship. It's interesting at our coffee connection, and if you're not part of a coffee connection, for sure, you want to be part of one. Like this last Tuesday, a couple days ago, I was introduced to 4 new people, never met them, didn't do any work to get them there, but I got the benefit, and hopefully my goal is to bring tremendous benefit. And there was 3 individuals actually from China. And there was a couple there and had the most amazing connection, saw the wife's action card and the husband's action card, and then I started to share about the dynamics in that relationship, and they were both just blown away. The amount of trust that was developed so quickly. Like, can I help him? If I can't, well, how about maybe Kevin can help him, or maybe Alan can help him, or maybe Stephen, or maybe Matt, or maybe Rosanna, or maybe Amanda. And so the action card is the most powerful way to do speed networking, where you can have it filled out, make copies, and share it with somebody, take a look at it. 3 minutes you go through, and you absorb so much information. It's unbelievable. So Kevin, you're doing some exciting things as well as it relates to, developing profitable partnerships with Charlie. And then what's even more exciting than that, you're putting that into a system to where you're cloning yourself. So what took you a week, a month, 3 months with Charlie, you're building a system where you wouldn't even need to be present to be able to do that. How are you able to do that, Kevin?
Well, that's really the power of developing a powerful mastermind group. Once you develop a system, then even people that you don't even know, knowing the right thing to say, being able to craft something through that mastermind group that teaches you how to say something that catches people's attention and creates massive value in them. And then being able to literally hand that out and have that resonate with any group, whether it be realtors or architects or anyone, any group of people out there where I help somebody develop income streams from what? From just reapportioning the income that they already have, just helping reallocate that. I just happen to do it with the health insurance, but that system now can be applied anywhere. So just helping somebody save a couple $100 on health insurance now can free them up to do investments, to be able to do anything that they need to do in order to get the dream home, in order to free up somebody from maybe coming back from a part-time job. It's powerful because now imagine the time that people have with a system like this that can absolutely change their life and do it immediately.
Wow. Stephen, you're not from the Cincinnati area, but you're coming into the Cincinnati area, and you went in and are hosting the event. Why did you jump in, never attending one of these before, just based on faith, trusting the integrity of the system? What were you thinking when you did that? And we haven't even had the event. You've said that you've already seen benefit. What caused you to jump in and do it, Stephen? And what benefits are you seeing thus far?
Yeah, great question, Mark. I would say prior to meeting you and a handful of the other people, I had really studied Napoleon Hill, and he had the concept of mastermind, and it really intrigued me. And I always had something in me that said, you know what, one of these times, I'm going to do something like that. And as soon as I connected with you and we had chatted about different things, and you got all of those questions that you just talked about on the action card and many more. I was like, this is even more powerful than what I was thinking prior. And I'm like, there's a lot of leverage that we can use here to really help people to do more business, to do better business, to provide a better service. And then, everybody knows in business, the networking side of things as well. But it's way more than networking. It's not networking. It's taking things to the next level. And joining in on a couple other masterminds just over the phone a few times, I had already seen some tremendous benefit there. And you had suggested maybe doing one in Cincinnati. And I was like, well, that sounds great. I have no idea exactly how that's going to work out, but let's move this thing forward. And now that we're approaching it, we're going to have the dinner tonight and the meeting tomorrow, and so many other cool things that are going to follow from there. I've already seen an increase in my business connections that have some potential to be new clients. So I've already seen that aspect, but also already thinking about how I'm going to use the next mastermind seminar events and how I can either be present or be present from a distance, which is a pretty cool concept. So
what does that mean?
Well, you can basically embed your DNA into a mastermind that's not even in your hometown. If you're not going to be there local, but you could still be there helping out in different ways. And then also, if other people know what you're looking to get out of the event because of the coolness of a mastermind, they can help you to achieve your life vision. In the meantime, you're also helping them achieve theirs. So it's pretty cool, just the dynamic that happens. One person can do so much, but when you have two or more people, the synergy that happens, you're able to achieve way more than you guys ever could by yourselves. So it's really, really neat, and I love that aspect. And not only that, but hey, it's going to save me time, because if I'm getting more done working with other people, well, I'm getting more done, and I have more time to do other things, whether that's business or leisure. So that would be my answer to that.
Nice. Teresa, you're doing some really exciting work with a number of different through the Legacy Partner Network as a Legacy Partner. So you're doing some cool things with Tanglewood, and also Ken Bucci, who's a CPA out on the East Coast. And so I'd encourage each one of you to work and partner up. CPAs are some of the best referral partners that you can work with, but they're really, really hard to go ahead and get the door open, because everybody wants to work with them. So if you go to DNAforSuccess.com, you'll see some things that Teresa's doing with Ken Bucci and Bucci and Associates, and then go to DNAforSuccess.com, go to Mastermind Groups, and then go to Industries, and then go to Accounting. And so there's some really neat things that you can bring of added value to CPAs. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go through and do the work. Others have done that for you. You can leverage them. You can scroll down to Ken's testimony, and then just Bucci and Associates onboarding process. If you share this with any CPA that you're working with, if you say, what's the biggest challenge you're facing in any area of your, business? And most likely it's going to come back to people. And so Ken's got an onboarding process that's, I've never seen in working with CPAs all around the world for over 25 years. And so he has, a really cool onboarding process, and Teresa's part of that. Teresa went ahead and co-authored the white paper, Great by Choice, with Ken, one of his employees, Deb, and then Matt Maple is also a Legacy Partner. And there's some really cool things there on Great by Choice. How do we choose to be great, and how do we get other people around us to do the same thing? Teresa, what inspired you to do that? How did you drive that forward?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I saw Deb engaging in the Great by Choice, and it's a topic that I think applies to a lot of different people in a lot of different arenas, personal and professional. So I went ahead and dove into that and really wanted to help them as one of their legacy partners to bring value to their network and their team.
Nice. Kevin, that's what I've got on the, it's profitable partnerships, but it's also mastermind groups. It's combining it in with coffee connections and bringing all of those things together, in a really fun and exciting way. We could go ahead and talk about coffee connections more. We could talk about the amazing work that's being done with 12 outside the box thinkers or the success circle of 12. There's so many different things that are being involved in the network. So I'll just open it up for questions or maybe other partnerships or other things that people are working on, or if people have specific questions for me, more than happy to answer them.
Great. Are there any questions for Mark? I have one for you, Mark.
Yeah.
I like the coffee connection idea. I've been part of it for some time with you. What do you think is the single most powerful aspect of the coffee connection and how that helps people develop profitable mastermind groups?
Sure. Great question. I think, Kevin, that most business owners don't know, and most leaders and most people in sales don't know how they don't know how to start a group on their own. They have to be part of some other networking group. They have to be part of something that's started by somebody else. So they're always subjugated to other people.
Right.
But with
does the coffee connection actually help them develop groups?
It does. Like they see the structure and how it's done, and then there's subgroups. And so what they're able to do is they're able to develop their skills in leadership and developing their own groups, their own subgroups, and then at some point they can start out. It's really inspired by the book, The Starfish and the Spider. And so it's the concept of a leaderless organization. How do you create an organization that's a leaderless organization? And so, like if you cut a spider in half, you get, a dead spider. If you cut a starfish in half, you get two starfish. And so, a lot of times leaders are leaders, Kevin, out of ego. Like they're not doing it to lead people. They're doing it out of ego. They're doing it out of selfish ambition. But when you help somebody become a leader of leaders, well, that person, quote unquote, doesn't need you anymore, because they can go out and start their own group. And so most leaders either don't know how to do that, or if they do, they're afraid of doing that.
Right.
The Coffee Connections is not afraid. That's the whole objective, is to create worldwide leaders of leaders to impact the entire world.
And what happens to the profitability, because let's face it, what's in it for me by being a leader of leaders, Mark? I'm going to ask the question that somebody might be asking that online right now or thinking about that. Well, what's in it for me by not being the leader and in creating this? What am I going to get out of this financially?
Yeah, great question. In Coffee Connections, there's 5 white papers that every member is encouraged to read, and the first one is WIIFM, What's in It for Me? And so it's the concept of selfishness. How can we be selfish, but in a selfless way? How can we create win-win situations? There's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not attending the Cincinnati event personally, but I'm going to probably gain more benefit than anybody at the event, even though I'm not attending the live event. Why? Because I've got systems in place, because I've invested heavily into people, and those people are really loyal, and those people are not just looking to bring benefit for themselves, but they're looking to bring benefit to me. So the systems and the people, they will like awaken opportunities there for me. And the truth is, I want to help every single person that's there to be able to benefit from every other mastermind seminar activity group everywhere in the world, even if they're not able to be present. I want their essence. I want their power, their magic. I want them to be present to bring value to other people and to gain value from everyone else.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Mark. I really appreciate that. I hope those of you who are online are starting to get the idea that you can do this. Yes, you can. You can develop the same systems that Mark has. We're saying, come on, join us. We want you to be part of what we're doing because we know by investing into you that we're going to get massive value too. But it's not about me and it's not about you. It's about the other people that we can touch with this thing. So, Mark, thank you so much. That is absolutely powerful. Now we're going to be moving into wins and biggest challenges. Wins and biggest challenges are our second segment. And we have a couple ladies, and I'm excited to bring them on. Teresa, you've already heard of her. We're going to bring Teresa on in just a second, but we're also going to bring Emily. They have some amazing wins that they would like to share. So I'd like to turn it over to Teresa, who's working with Ken Bucci, who's working to develop massive value for people. I want you to pay close attention. If you do have any questions for Teresa, if you have any questions for Emily or anybody on the call, you have a Twitter account. It's at MM_seminars. Again, at M_seminars. And we'd love to hear from you. So now we're going to go straight to Teresa. Teresa, please share with us the wins or biggest challenges that you're currently facing.
Yeah, well, thanks, Kevin. And I know Emily has some great ones, too. There was talk of a coffee connection, and I am part of one, and I helped found and am leading one in Northwest Indiana. And so on that topic of developing leadership skills and bringing people forward, I'm in the process of doing that right now. And just the process of seeing how do you get people to step up and create their own group and participate and bring value. I mean, the topic is developing profitable mastermind groups. And that is something that we're trying to do in our Coffee Connections. So I think having everybody's skills being put forth into our group really helps make it more profitable. There's a lot of groups out there, you know, you attend them, it's just kind of networking, you show up and then you leave and nothing happens. And I think that's really a focus of like the Mastermind seminar here today too. So with the wins and biggest challenges for all these events, I encourage everybody listening to think of your wins, whether you get to share them or not, and make sure that you celebrate those. And then bring your biggest challenge forth into your mind and think, what can I do from today to help apply that? Or who can I connect with going forward to help me with my biggest challenge? So those are definitely some things I want to put out there for those listening and those who are joining us.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that, Teresa. So if you could say there's one win that you've seen from being part of this Coffee Connection, which is a profitable mastermind group, what would you say for you is maybe the greatest win or one of the most important wins?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, definitely getting specific is good. For me, I've developed relationships with other local professionals that are not just in my industry, but I get to hear their insights, hear who they're interacting with, and also get really valuable introductions to other people. I have developed a local profitable client here specifically through the Coffee Connections, which is really great that I never would have reached out to without it. So it's a really exciting thing.
So would you say that the Coffee Connection, this profitable mastermind group, is something that, again, you would have never had this. You wouldn't have found it any other source. I mean, you would have had to go through lists of names or just random cold calls, or that would be a waste of time, or, I mean, is it saved you time, I guess is what I'm saying?
Yeah, and just building a local presence, whether you're an established business or a new business, and having a team of people, not only in your core team to work with, but then to help each other with introductions. Absolutely. It saves time, and without that, you miss out on opportunities.
That's interesting. Really appreciate you sharing, Teresa. Before we get to Emily, I want to bring out something that's really important. Profitable mastermind groups happen because of intentionality and because of systems. The average person knows between 200 and 300 people, as you may have heard in the video, but the average business person knows over 5,500 people. Now imagine your business, whatever you do right now, imagine having a list of 5,500 people you can present to, that you can get your information in front of, and it didn't cost you any extra time or money. Well, the fact is that these systems are available. Now, is it going to take time? It is. But what we're saying is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We're saying jump into these local coffee connections. If you want to know where those are near you, again, check us out on Twitter, again, at mm_seminars, at mm_seminars, and ask a question. We will get the information to you. We want you to be part of what we're doing today. Thank you so much, Teresa. Now we're going to go on to Emily. Emily is coming in with some other wins and biggest challenges, as Teresa has mentioned. So, Emily, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. So basically, I attend the Mastermind seminars with the weekly phone calls and, of course, the monthly online Mastermind seminar. And so I really enjoy being able to connect with other business owners and do more brainstorming and kind of helping each other out with your current biggest challenges, celebrating your wins. But one of the biggest things that I've learned from the weekly mastermind calls and connecting with everybody in this way is about something called a 30-minute strategy session. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to connect with possible clients and really be able to connect with them very deeply, very genuinely, and very quickly. And in fact, I actually had one a couple weeks ago when I was talking to him and going through the 30-minute strategy session with him. You know, towards the end, he was just like, wow, you must get to know so many people so deeply this way. And I said, I do, and I love it, because it's, especially in a world where there's so much social media and there's texting and there's so much quick communication, a lot of communication is shallow. And it seems that a lot of people, you know, they almost kind of have lost how to have deeper conversations and deeper connections with people. So going through the 30-minute strategy session and learning how to do it, and it really is very simple, has brought back a lot of deeper conversations and connections into my world and my business, and it has been fantastic. And I also, you know, have a good friend who, she has her own business, and because of the 30-minute strategy session, you know, she just went on maternity leave. She just had a little baby girl. And because of the 30-minute strategy session, her business is going to continue to grow while she is out on maternity leave, which is just an incredible thing. I mean, for any woman out there who's had a baby or is having a baby, you know, like being able to have your business grow while you're out on maternity leave is really just kind of like a dream come true.
I mean, that's really unusual, Emily. I mean, you're right. I mean, even as a man, knowing when we were planning on having kids, we had to make some serious decisions as to what we needed to do. If Christy was, because we were both working at the time, and you're right. So what has that system of the 30-minute strategy session done? I mean, what kind of price tag can you put on that for somebody who's just on maternity leave and your business is still growing? How's that possible?
Yeah, I don't think you can put a price tag on that. I think what's so great about it is, you know, like I said, you are connecting with people, and to people nowadays, like I said, with a lot of the other shallow communications out there, it's refreshing. You know, people leave that 30-minute strategy session with their minds just blown, because it's probably been a while since they've had a genuine conversation with somebody, and probably, you know, especially someone that they probably just met. And I'm able to have these connections with people over the phone all over the world. You know, I don't even have to be face-to-face with them. And because the 30-minute strategy session is easy to learn, it's extremely duplicatable. It's not business specific. It's not, specific to any type of one profession. It's duplicatable and it's general, but it's also very genuine. And that is why, in her situation as well, it's able to help grow her business because it is so easily duplicatable. She doesn't have to be involved in every single one because everybody around her can do it as well.
And they're receiving benefit from it, and her business is growing, so it's a win-win.
Yes.
So if you want to be able to go out, if you're listening to this, and I hope you're writing this down, I hope you want to do the 30-minute strategy session. It is simple. It is easy. If you want to learn how to do that, we will get you information. Again, go to Twitter at @MM_seminars. Again, at @MM_seminars, or click on the video live and ask them on the live chat. You could do that right now, and we will definitely get you that information. These are examples, coffee connection, 30-minute strategy sessions. The system is already in place. All you have to do is get on board. So thank you so much, Emily, Teresa. Appreciate all of your input here on wins and biggest challenges and how it relates here to developing profitable mastermind groups. Now, we're moving into the main section of what we're doing today, and that's the presentation. That's the BOS system, the Business Operating System. You already have a business operating system, whether you know it or not. It earns you the money that you earn. You have the time that you have or you do not have, and it gives you the peace of mind that you do or do not have, and the time you do or do not have, and the life balance you do or do not have. What we're trying to do is help you create massive value. So today, I'm so excited about our speakers today. We're bringing up for the DNA for People, again, Personality Masteries, Cheryl. She's with Tanglewood. She's at HR, and she has tremendous things to share with us today. Cheryl, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. As Kevin mentioned, I am the HR bookkeeper for Tanglewood Conservatories. So my thoughts go to when developing a profitable mastermind group, it's important to have a diverse group of people to reach the maximum amount of people. The more people you have, the more profit you can make. So what do I mean by having a diverse group? Is having people with different personalities and strengths to be able to handle all the tasks and communicating with people to make you successful. Hopefully by now you have a good idea about the personalities, but just in case, let me show you how to find out what someone's personality is. So first off, you ask them, what shape do you like the best? A cube, a pyramid, a wavy line, or a ball? Secondly, you would ask them, what things cause you the most frustration? Things being out of order, things being out of control, things being boring or not fun, or conflict with others. So you would have them rank them within, 1 to 4. And what they pick tells their personality. So if they pick a cube, then they're a driver. If they pick a pyramid, cube is analytic, pyramid is a driver, wavy line is expressive, and a ball is amiable. So hopefully you have your personalities of everyone in your database so that when you go to choose a group, you can have their personalities to have a strong core group. In your group, you should have one of each of the different personalities: analytic, driver, expressive, and amiable. You want to have a driver as your leader. If you're not a driver, go find one. But before you go talk to them, you should already have in mind and written out what the goal of the group is. The driver will want to see the big picture first, and that's how you'll get him on board really quickly. But make sure that they don't run over anyone else in the group. Then you can make the driver more comfortable by letting him know you have an analytical person in mind. If the driver knows he has a detail-oriented person to work with, he will be more driven to get the group going. The insight of having a driver also in the group can lead your group when you have a round table and ask for ideas. The driver will be able to take a bunch of ideas offered by the other personalities and pick the best one to get you to your goal the fastest. But be prepared to sue the feathers of all the other personalities, as they will not be able to see what the driver is seeing. The analytic person will be able to put the systems in place for the group. They love the details, but be prepared to stop them from getting into too many details, because then the job won't get done. You will want to include an expressive, because there are a lot of people who like to have fun. You have to admit that a good group can use some levity at times, but you have to watch that there isn't too much fun so that you can still get the tasks done. The expressive will have no trouble getting others involved, as they like to talk with people and spread their joy. Having an amiable in a group will help develop the relationships of everyone in the group, but please make sure there isn't too much conflict, because they don't like that. Also, they keep track of how much they are doing, because they have a hard time saying no. They can also build your group, because they are also people-oriented. Your group needs to be well-balanced to be most effective to create the most profit. Having the balance of those that are task-oriented, or your analytical and your driver. People-oriented, expressive and amiable. The fast movers, which is the driver and the expressive. The slow movers, which is the analytic and the amiable. You need people to be able to dance together to create success. Once you have the people in place, the next segments of having the system in place and using the natural laws will help you have the ultimate waltz with your profitable mastermind group. Does anyone have any questions?
Cheryl, I have a question. This is Kevin. So, first of all, thank you for what you had said about each of the personalities. When you're starting a profitable mastermind group for the first time, who are some of the people that you want to reach out to as you're developing this? Like, in order, do you want to reach out to, like, the analytic first to put it all together, or the driver because it's going to happen, or who should we reach out to first when we're developing a profitable mastermind group?
Well, I think you need to reach out to the driver first, because they can see the big picture and they can drive getting people on board. They can come up with ideas, but then I think you need to go to the analytic to work with the driver to get the whole plan laid out. Because then they can, once there's a good plan, then people will always jump on board if there's a good, well thought out plan. Then I think it's the expressive to add that bit of fun into it, and then the amiable. Does that make sense?
Absolutely it does. So when you're developing a profitable mastermind group, would the action card that Mark had said earlier be helpful in identifying people as you're developing a group?
Oh, most definitely. I'm hoping that by this stage you already have a whole database, and you can have everybody's personality already there, so that when you're ready to start that group, you can just go right at it and just pick, and be able to match people up together so that you can have a strong group working together. You would have a dominant driver, but maybe you need I don't know if you maybe want to, but you might want to have another driver to, be able to bounce ideas off of each other. You need people to be able to communicate and spread their ideas to make it a really profitable group.
Right. So even if somebody has nobody in their database and they're starting from square one, they can still develop a profitable mastermind group?
Sure.
And they can do that with the action card, just by asking people questions.
In my mind, yes. If you really want to create a group, you go after it, and you need to be strong and ask those questions right up front. Get it over with. Have fun with it. Don't make it a chore. Just have fun and get all those questions answered so that you can have a really strong group, and you can have that's a good foundation to start the group.
Excellent. And before we go into any other questions, if you want to get the action card, we have that available. This is free of charge to you. We have it in a PDF format. We can get that to you. Again, go to Twitter at @MM_seminars. Ask the question, just put action card, and we will get it to you. Or click on the video live chat, and you can ask it there. Are there any other questions? We have about a minute left here for this segment. Are there any other questions for Cheryl?
Cheryl, are you part of mastermind groups yourself?
I am part of, here at Tanglewood, we have our own mastermind group, and we have different roles and for different personalities. I'm also part of a sales mastermind group, which I thought about why I needed to be in that group. But I've learned so much because when it comes to HR and recruiting, I have to sell. I have to sell Tanglewood to get new team members. So it's helped a lot. So I'm glad I'm part of some of that group.
Nice.
Excellent. Good question, Rosanna. So we're going to conclude the personality masteries, the DNA for people, and I hope you've taken notes. This is also being videotaped, and you can go back to mastermind-seminars.org and go back into our archives. This will be archived as of a week from now, and you'll be able to have that information. Now we're moving into the DNA for business. It's the second part of the BOS. So the DNA for people, the DNA for business, and the DNA for business is the 530 grid. And the 530 grid is like a roadmap for helping people. Once we know their personalities, now what do we do with them? And to do that segment for us, we have Rosanna. I'm so excited to have Rosanna. She's excellent at doing this. She's been doing it for some time, and she also heads up the Awesome Women's Group, which is amazing, and that's a profitable mastermind group for you, isn't it, Rosanna?
Yes, it is.
Rosanna? Excellent.
Yes.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about your Awesome Women's Group before you get into the 530 grid, just something briefly?
Well, the Awesome Women Group was created because there is a lot of mastermind groups out there, but not just specifically for women and helping women to grow in the business area and in their own personal lives. Since the Awesome Women Group was put out to help women specifically, occasionally we will have guest speakers on that are women, and even some men have been on there because they work with women on a regular basis. So we created it for that purpose. And it is on Mondays at 11:30, and it's only 30 minutes, but it's also a very good time to learn and grow as women and to make a difference in everyday life.
Thank you so much. Rosanna, go ahead and take it away with the 530 grid.
Okay, so in the mastermind groups that we're creating profitable mastermind groups. And in doing that, we're actually helping ourselves to generate amazing profit. It helps us to grow together. It helps us to partner together. We connect with many people, like as in Cheryl had talked about the DNA for people, how we had connect with different personalities, and we connect with different people who we may not have met before, and we learn a lot about them. We learn to grow as a business, and we learn to think differently, and we learn about systems. We learn to go ahead and connect with people that may not even be in our same business, things that we're doing. So like we have a business, if we have printers, we may be connecting with people that are mortgage people. We may be connecting with CPAs. There's coffee connections. That is the thing that mastermind seminars and coffee connections almost kind of go together because they are helping each other. The coffee connections is a smaller version of the mastermind seminars, and it helps us to connect with the DNA of all the people that are there. It helps us to go ahead and connect with those that may not necessarily feel like connected in the seminar itself, so they can connect prior to the event and getting to know people, getting to know the actual speakers that may be at the event. So we have this event tomorrow at the Cincinnati, and they're having a coffee connection because of mastermind seminars being developed there in the area of Cincinnati, Ohio. So, mastermind groups getting together and being profitable, they have to have some certain things that happen. They have to have things that they want to learn, and they're not coming there just to go ahead and have coffee or, you know, relax or whatever. They're there to go ahead and connect. And one of those ways is to connect is to go ahead and come with a purpose. And they come with they're 12 outside the box thinkers, so people that they feel might actually help them in their business. So they have to have some sort of idea who those people are that would help them to grow in their business and help them to connect with other people. They also have their top thoughts that they come with. They don't just come and say, oh, I guess I'll figure out what I want to think about once they get there. They come with the top graded thought, the one that's the best for them, helping them to develop in their business. They come with the idea of what the 530 grid is. And what is the 530 grid? And, you know, and they talk about it. What is that? It's 5 areas, and we have the marketing, we have the pre-sales, the sales, the servicing, and the client for life. When we're working with profitable groups, we have to know the different areas of business. And in order to do that, you have to have it in your head every day. Are you marketing? Are you working with the pre-sales? Once you get the pre-sale, the sale, what are you doing with it? Are you servicing the people? If you're servicing the people, are they referring business to you? So your business is actually a profitable mastermind group itself. And connecting with other mastermind groups. There's conference calls that are out there that help other groups get together and to hammer out some of the challenges they may be having in their business. And so always knowing how you can go ahead and grow your business and how you can learn and make your business a better way of growing and a better way of connecting. So, you know, you need to make sure that when you have a group together that you have a connection, a way to connect with these people after they have left the group. Do you have them filling out, as Kevin has pointed out and as Cheryl has pointed out, the action card? You get to know their personality. You get to know their biggest challenge. You get to know what they're looking for in a business. You get to know lots of things about them. You get to go ahead and know maybe something they'd like to change. How can you connect with somebody? Maybe we connect with what their goal is for business-wise. How much money do they want to make? How much money do they think they need to make? And so the action card is very helpful in this area of making a mastermind group successful. And so using that helps us to connect with them. And on the back of the action card, if you do have the action card with you, or you can print it off, they do have the 530 grid all printed out for you. So it helps you to help their business. And you help their business, they're definitely going to try to help you. And so I think that's very important when you're doing the growing and you're meeting together as a group. And so I think on an overall synopsis of the DNA for business, I would say that make sure when you're working with a mastermind group that you have things organized and have things in place to make the group successful and profitable. And those 2 things would be, 1, making sure that you have some sort of way to get the information from the people that attend the seminar, attend the group that you're in, attend the coffee connection, attend a conference call. Get their information, because that's how you're going to connect with them later. Make sure that the information is correct and that you can clearly read it or that you can clearly understand it. Make sure that they know that they're wanted in your group. Make sure that you can really help them grow too. So I think that's what I feel in a DNA for business is you're working with, is to make sure that you are connecting with the people that you're making the group with and making them feel a part of it. And that's what I have today, Kevin.
Excellent. Rosanna, I had a question before we get to other people's question. I had a real question. Once we get the action card, what would be one of the next steps somebody could take who's a leader of the profitable mastermind group, or somebody who's delegated to do this? Because again, we're trying to develop leaders of leaders. What can they do with that action card? What would be the next step they could do now that they've got that information?
The action card is the preliminary to what we call a 30-minute strategy session to help them to find more about themselves. And when they find out more about themselves, we can help them maybe create a solution for them. We do a mini examination, which is a 30-minute strategy session, a mini examination. And once we do that, we can talk with them, maybe give them a solution, and after they get the solution, then they can implement it in their lives. And when we help them to implement things in their lives, they come back and they can do the same with us. So calling the person or having someone in the group that is appointed to call the person, set up a 30-minute strategy session, assure the person that you're talking to that it is free and it's complimentary, and that they can learn something about themselves that they may never have learned otherwise as a business person or even as an individual.
It still blows my mind that it's free. I mean, I've been in business for over 30 years. I know you've and everybody on the call here who's presenting has been in business for some time. I haven't seen anything like it before. First, secondly, I've done them, and I'm overwhelmed with just how amazing and specific and detailed, but at the same time, it flows so well. Anything close to this has cost over $1,000 or more just for the evaluation. How are we able to give it away for free, and why do we do that?
Well, I would say that giving it away for free gives them the opportunity to see for themselves how much value they can get if they actually apply the correct systems in their life. And so we're applying a system by having the action card. That is a system. We're applying a system by calling them. We're applying a system by developing the 30-minute strategy session. We're applying the system by asking the questions. And so they see us applying the system and they say, wow, this is really cool. I would like to go ahead and have those systems in my life. And when they see the systems that are applied, they want to get involved. And once they get involved, they can help to bring in the funds, maybe connect with other people. Maybe they're not able to go ahead and get the solution that we offer for them, but maybe they know people that would like that solution. So they see the systems fall in place and they want that.
Wow. Rosanna, thank you so much. That was spectacular. I hope everyone can at least start to see. I mean, do you see the value of developing profitable mastermind groups? Do you see that you don't have to reinvent the wheel? Imagine having this available to you, and guess what? It is available to you. We just need to hear from you. So, again, with a Twitter account at MM_seminars, at MM_seminars, or click on the video title and you can ask on the live chat. So thank you so much, Rosanna. That was powerful. I hope we all go back and take a listen to that. That system right in those 10 minutes can absolutely change your life. Now we're going to move into the next segment, which is the DNA for Life. The DNA for Life, there's over 500 natural laws that have been discovered. And the DNA for Life, these natural laws are ways that we can actually tie everything we're talking about today together, developing profitable mastermind groups. So we've talked about personality masteries with Cheryl. We've looked at the 530 grid with Rosanna, and now we're going to look at the DNA for Life with natural laws with Alicia. Alicia, I'm so excited to have you on board today. Is this your first time doing a segment for us?
This is actually the second time, Kevin. I was on last month as well.
Oh, my goodness. It is so amazing to have you back with us. And forgive me if I didn't remember that there's just so much going on. I'm so excited to have you back. It feels like every time we talk and other calls that you've been on, you always have something fresh and exciting to bring forth. So go ahead. Yours is the floor. Go ahead with the natural laws.
Thank you, Kevin. What's the first thought that comes to mind when you think of a mastermind group? When I think of a mastermind, I picture a supportive environment where a peer-to-peer network can connect, share accumulated wisdom, and gain unbiased advice. In an era where time is money, you don't always have the solutions to problems that running a business throw at you. As such, success-driven entrepreneurs are looking for innovative avenues in which their businesses can grow. Investing in a mastermind group is one such way. Borrowing from the adage, two heads are better than one, imagine the world of possibilities when we form an alliance of 5 or 6 other powerful, business-minded thinkers. It means gaining fresh perspectives, developing bigger ideas, driving better decisions, producing greater results, and reaping amazing returns on investments of time. Well-run professional mastermind groups that incorporate the 3 steps to anything principle provide excellent opportunities to examine situations and explore potential solutions. It is the most universal of the natural laws and an effective tool to help you accomplish your goals and create intellectual and financial win-win situations. Though the concept of like minds coming together has been around for centuries, the idea of utilizing the mastermind group as a profitable marketing and business building tool is a contemporary development. Many credit the introduction of the modern mastermind to Napoleon Hill. In his classic book, Think and Grow Rich, he wrote about the mastermind principle as the coordination of knowledge and effort of 2 or more people who work toward a definite purpose in the spirit of harmony. Perhaps the most valuable asset offered by any mastermind group is the ability to maximize your sphere of influence, also referred to as the cluster principle. This principle is so powerful because people tend to know other people like themselves and often tell others they know about what they're doing. It is an effective tool in business because it is the ability to tap into the power of many. The beauty of mastermind group is that participants constantly raise the bar by challenging you to break through a new dimension and pushing you to evolve your way of thinking. Everyone can profit from participating in a great mastermind group. Are there any questions?
Alicia, do you feel that you will profit from a mastermind group, and what do you profit from it?
Well, I'm the type of person that always likes to learn new things, and here at Tanglewood, I am part of a few mastermind groups, and I would think that, what I learn from it is not only how other people think, their perspectives, but it gives me new perspective and fresh ideas based off of what it is that others share in those groups.
Thank you.
Excellent. Are there any other questions here for Alicia?
I don't have a question for myself. This is Alicia. But I do have a question for Mark if he's here, and maybe he could explain in more detail how this might help in developing profitable mastermind groups, the actual 3 steps to anything.
I can do that. So the 3 steps to anything, there's over 500 natural laws that have been discovered in the last 26 plus years. And so it can be a little bit confusing, like which natural law do I use? Because they do apply to multiple areas. And so the foundation of all natural laws is going to be the 3 steps to anything. And so any challenge, any problem, anything we'd love help with, anything we'd like to change about ourselves, you can always come back. The 3 steps to anything will work, and it's examination, solution, and implementation. So when we're asking someone, what's your biggest challenge? Or if somebody could help you in any area of your life. And so if we take somebody's, if we're building a profitable partnership or a mastermind group, and we have, their, biggest challenge, or we have what they love help with. So in the examination, it can be a simple, short series of questions, or it can be a much more comprehensive, thorough assessment. It's really up to the individual. People tend to like 3 types of solutions, kind of a basic, an intermediate, and an advanced. And then on implementation, some people like to implement quickly, some people slower. Based on their personality, we can tell. Typically the cube and the ball will tend to be slower in implementation, and the pyramid and the wavy line will tend to be faster in implementation. When we look at their personality, and between the two, the GEO and the pain quadrant test, there's 65,536 possible combinations. So when somebody says, like a third of the people, when you ask them what their biggest challenge is, they're going to say something as it relates to time. They don't have enough time. Well, based on each of the different personalities, we have an understanding of why they lose time. So when we combine somebody's biggest challenge with the 3 steps to anything, with the personality, we're able to literally in 3 minutes give something so powerful to an individual that it can be life-changing. And it's simple, but it's not easy. It takes tremendous amount of hard work, which most people aren't willing to do. We want to gain the tremendous benefit of having deep relationships or having real profitable relationships or having lifelong relationships, but we're not willing to put the work in. It's kind of like we're living in a fairy tale. The 3 steps to anything help us to overcome that and to be very effective, very, very efficiently, and very quickly. Does that answer your question, Alicia?
I apologize. Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good, good. Are there any other questions? Any other questions? Okay.
No,
well, thank you
I don't
so
have
much.
a question
Yeah, go ahead.
per se.
Yeah. Hello? Cheryl, was that you? If you're
It
talking
was.
to
I
somebody-
thought it was for cutting somebody off. I think the 12 principles is a good foundation, too, for starting a group. To have go through your walls of opportunity, to have no problems. Take that word out of your vocabulary. Focus on ideal or nothing, time versus priority, thinking, not knowing. Just to go through all those principles would help any group as a good foundation.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Well, so far we've been able to get through 5 of our segments, and now we're going on to segment 6. And segment 6 is Q&A. There's a lot of stuff that we've covered when it's come to developing profitable mastermind groups. We've gone through speed networking, wins and biggest challenges, personality masteries, the 530 grid, and natural laws. Now we're going to open it up, and I hope you have a couple of questions as it relates to this. I know we've had questions along the way, but are there any questions that we need to address that you have that we haven't got to yet? So go ahead and speak up or go to your Twitter account at @MM_seminars. Again, at @MM_seminars. I'll open it up to the floor.
I think I'd like to know why and who started out the idea that we needed mastermind groups to get things moving. How did that get started, and how do we feel it is working in our business?
Okay. Mark, would you like to take that question?
Sure. So Tom Coons, most recent past president of Century 21, largest real estate franchise in the world, over 140,000 sales agents in over 70 different countries. Tom and I co-authored the book, Community Business Partnerships. Tom also helped raise over $100 million for Easter seals. And as we were traveling around the country, speaking on the book, doing seminars and workshops, Tom went ahead and, as we're talking, getting to know each other, he said, "You've never read Napoleon's Hill, Think and Grow Rich?" I'm like, "I haven't." He's like, "Wow, you got to do that." So I did that. So Napoleon Hill in the 1920s researched the most successful business people of the day. Very, very wealthy people, changed America. And he found that one of the things that was common to all of them was that they all had mastermind groups. And so what is a mastermind group? It's very, very different. Most people are not familiar, actually, even what they are. So most people are familiar with networking groups, but networking groups are very, very different than mastermind groups. So networking groups is we go to a group and you give me a lead and I give you a lead. We exchange leads and we're both happy. But we still end up owning a job rather than owning a company because we're not focused on building the systems. The systems is what gives us the freedom. And so how do we build the systems if we're all building our own boss system? Everyone needs to be customized specifically to the individual. There's no two people alike. There's no two businesses alike as well. But as Kevin's building his boss system, I'm going to learn things from him. He's going to learn things from me. Same thing with Tanglewood. So as we compare our boss systems together, we're all learning those types of things through a mastermind, not through a networking group. So we can actually make 10 times as much money through a mastermind group than we can a networking group, even if Kevin never refers me one person. Through masterminding together, he can increase my income by 50 to 100% with one thought, with one execution, with one different way of thinking. So it's really, really powerful if people understand it and if they leverage it. Does that answer your question, Rosanna?
It does.
Cool.
And what would you say would be one of the most important things we could do to leverage, Mark?
Well, that's a project I've been working on for a number of months with a group of 5 secret authors. They're amazing. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. I've never met a group of 5 like this before. They were going to reveal themselves, but of late, I guess they are thinking not to. And it's called Leverage. It's an entire project. I believe it'll be worldwide. And it's the art of positive motivation and manipulation. Now, most of us think motivation is good, manipulation is bad, but it's not necessarily. You can motivate somebody improperly, or you can manipulate somebody properly. And so it's actually the science of being able to learn to first and foremost motivate and manipulate ourselves. So motivate ourselves to do the things that we should do and manipulate ourselves to do the things we should do, that then give us the ability to motivate and manipulate others in a positive way for the mutual benefit. It's like WIIFM. How do we create? It's really the art, the understanding of how to be selflessly selfish. And so, in the Leverage project, for example, Amanda, I met her at the Coffee Connection. Never knew her before. Known her probably for a couple of months. And the impact that she's having on me personally and on my business is huge. And I think, potentially, I think the same thing is true for her in reverse. So she's going to actually be out in Cincinnati, and she's actually learning how to clone me, how to be able to get up and share actually one of my stories, one of my favorite signature stories as an international speaker and author, and she's going to share that. So I'm going to have my presence there in Cincinnati, even without me being there, and partnering up with organizations like the MVP Network .org and a group of video professionals and media professionals. I put together a video in partnership with them, and that's cloning my story and helping them. They're helping me, and together we're accomplishing so much more than we ever could on our own. So while I'm spending time with my 5 grandkids, having fun with them, Amanda's out there sharing my stories, which have transformed people's life. That's good for her. That's good for me. It's creating a win-win. And then when I'm playing, goofing around, or whatever, even when I'm sleeping, using technology to be able to actually clone me, well, I didn't do that on my own. I partnered up. I worked with other people to be able to do that.
Wow. Now, can anybody do that, Mark, or do they have to be somebody special or invest a certain amount of money to do that?
Well, I did it, Kevin, so that's total evidence that you don't have to be really special. I mean, there are people that said you are a special child, Mark. So I'm not sure what that totally meant. I like to think of it as being positive. See, I believe, Kevin, that everyone has the opportunity for greatness. We don't inherently live a great life, but we all have the opportunity to do so. Like we're all geniuses. We're all amazing. We're all really Wizards of Oz at the heart. We all can do the things that are just like life-changing, like community-changing, like world-changing, if we would just do it. So yes, Kevin, I believe that we can do that, but I don't believe that anyone can do it on their own. I think we all need other people around us to be able to really see the genius inside of who we are. Like so many times, Kevin, we do something that's spectacular, and we don't even think it's like, it's not that big a deal. It takes somebody outside to look and say, Mark, Kevin, that's amazing. We're like, really? I didn't even know that. Well, I think we need a group of people like those that are part of the Mastermind Seminar community to be able to see these things in us and draw these things out, give us confidence to be able to do that. So I believe, yes, every one of us have the capability to be able to do that.
But it's vital to have a profitable mastermind group in place that can affect that change, because like you said, we could do something that's no big deal to us. It could be a conscious competence, it could be an unconscious competence, whatever it is. But for somebody else, it made a huge difference. But we would never see that. For us, it's common. It's just no big deal. It's it's a quarter that I picked up on the curb. For them, it's a bar of gold. But it's being able to see that it's a bar of gold, and is that the power of the mastermind group?
It really is. Like Alan Stein, president of Tanglewood Conservatories, he's doing so many. I mean, I've known Alan for, I think it's 12, 13 years now, and he's doing some amazing projects. If you ever get a chance to meet Alan, hear him speak, look at any of his videos, go out to Maryland and visit. They build $1 million conservatories all over the world. And some of the insights that he has and how he's able to motivate and inspire and move people, it's pretty crazy exciting. And some of the things in being able to how to think differently quickly, he's really pressed that forward. I was involved in a project in writing a white paper on intentionality and discipline. But Alan helped me to see at a much deeper, peer into a much deeper level of being intentional. And so when we're with a group, Kevin, of people who are extremely intentional about discovering our life vision, living that every single day, and the only way to do that is you have to have a boss. You have to have a business operating system, an engine that gives us back the time and the resources that we need to be able to live that life vision each and every day. If you're talking, Kevin, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. Thanks, I appreciate what you're saying, Mark, what you had said. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Teresa and Emily and Cheryl and Rosanna and Alicia, everyone who's behind the scenes that are making the things happen technology-wise. It couldn't come together without a group of people. There's a profitable mastermind group behind the profitable mastermind group presentation that you see today. So we're trying to live out what it is that we believe is intentional. I appreciate you saying that. Next month, great things are happening. Great things are happening right now. If you can get to Cincinnati, it's going to be tomorrow. And if you want to be there, you can be there at MM_seminars and say Cincinnati or Mastermind Cincinnati, and we will get you the information. It is going to be spectacular. It's going to absolutely change people's lives. The value of installing systems couldn't have been clearer. It's interesting how all of these topics tie back into every other topic. So today was developing profitable mastermind groups. It's tying into the value of installing systems where Mark said, and I hope you heard it, none of these happen without a BOS. Well, that's what we're talking about. That's what the BOS is about. We shared it with you today. We showed it to you today, and we want you to experience it over and over again. Again, if you didn't catch a segment, would like to see a segment again, go to mastermind-seminars.org, and I want you to look at the live event. Of course, we have that, and then we have archives from month to month. So next month, what's happening next month? Well, next month we're moving into attracting profitable clients. Now, what do you think would be the best way to attract profitable clients? Well, one way would certainly be to direct them to the information that you just saw today via video. The MVP group has done a tremendous job not only archiving but giving us high-quality video and audio presentations, trailers that we can send to people. Somebody's not going to sit down and necessarily watch an hour and a half. We know that. Maybe they're not even going to listen to 10 minutes of a presentation from any one of the BOS segments. However, they would listen to a 1-minute video trailer, wouldn't they? Everybody has a minute, okay? Everyone has a minute. And by taking that trailer and sending it to them, now you can start attracting profitable clients. If you want that information, again, at mm_seminars, or click on the video title and ask them on the live chat if you have any questions. Again, mm_seminars, and we can get that information. So attracting profitable clients, that is absolutely going to be spectacular. Next month is you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. So get the trailer, watch the trailer, share the trailer, get the list of people going, and you can start developing profitable clients right away. So again, thanks for being on today. I'm going to open it one last time. Is there any other questions, any last-minute comments that you have, Mark?
I do not. I'm good.
Excellent. Well, you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks again for being at the Mastermind Seminars live event. Have a fantastic day. God bless, and take care.
Wow. So what did you think? Did you feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose? A lot of information in a very short period of time. We get it. Don't worry if you don't pick it all up the first time, because each month you'll come back, you'll pick up more and more each and every month. The more we pick up and apply, the more money we'll earn as a result of attending this event, and the more time we'll have, the less stress we'll have, and the greater life balance we'll have in every area of life we value. Often people ask, what's next? Great question. Did you register yet that you attended? If not, do that immediately at www.mastermind-seminars.org/register. That's www.mastermind-seminars.org/register. And we will assist you in having strong follow-through with what you learn. There are some amazing follow-up resources that we will get over. There is no charge for any of these resources. Okay, so you've registered. Now what? If you haven't already done your complimentary 30-minute gift coaching session, then that is the place to start. Go to www.dnaforsuccess.com. Go to the top drop-down, examination, and then free 30-minute strategy session. Click on that. It will literally take you 3 minutes to complete that, and then someone from Legacy Partners and Mastermind Seminars will call you and give you your 30-minute strategy session. Again, there's no cost. It's a gift from every one of us to you. Go into that 30-minute strategy session expecting that your business and life will be changed forever, because it has so for so many people. Again, go to www.dnaforsuccess.com, go to the top drop-down examination, and then free 30-minute strategy session. Once you complete that, there are so many different possible solutions to assist you in overcoming the biggest challenge you're currently facing, and how to help you develop your very own BOS, the engine which runs your business. There are weekly live mastermind calls, coffee connections you can attend at no cost. There are online courses, group coaching, media solutions, and even one-on-one coaching which can be provided to you depending on your specific needs and overall goals. Please do not leave today without committing to meeting with at least 2 other people, either over coffee or over the phone, at a minimum once a week, to follow through on all the amazing information, ideas, tools, systems, and great people, both locally and then around the world, through Mastermind seminars and legacy partners. One side note, because there is no charge to attend, participate, and gain massive benefit from Mastermind seminars, individuals often wonder, how do these amazing events are funded? Well, they are actually funded by generous individuals just like you who give financially weekly through Coffee Connection contributions or monthly through Mastermind seminars. Your generous contribution to Life Masteries Institute, which is an IRS-approved 501c3 nonprofit organization, not only enables the events, tools, and networks to be developed and given to you and others, but also a portion of your gift goes to many great causes. When we give generously in a financial way, we gain financially as well. No gift is too small. Even giving $5 a week or even a month will make a big difference. To give, go to www.mastermind-seminars.org/pay-it-forward. That's www.mastermind-seminars.org/pay-it-forward. Here is what others have found. In just getting started with my company, I didn't feel I could give anything. Even $5 a month was a sacrifice. I decided to do that, and as soon as I started to give financially, I became more focused on turning what I was learning into financial gain for me personally, and it worked. I'm now contributing a little more and will continue to increase my giving as my business and income grows. Adam, a new entrepreneur. We have given over $45,000 because we know it's the right thing to do. Yes, we do give of our personal and company resources, time and talents, but we also know how important it is to give financially as well. We have found that when we give financially, we become more focused on turning our involvement into sales and financial success. It seems that those who do not give financially, they often do not gain financial benefit. The entire Mastermind seminar experience has done more for building a successful culture through our entire company than hundreds of thousands of dollars in consultants, seminars, and workshops. We've accomplished more in a couple of years than the 20-plus years prior. Any individual, any company, any organization which does buy in and get their entire company involved is, how do I best say it, missing out on a chance of a lifetime. Alan Stein and Nancy Virts, owners, www.tanglewoodconservatories.com. I give financially weekly, and my business has more than doubled. Ginger Ann Collins, owner EVA, executive virtual assistant, and executive coach. www.dnaforsuccess.com/implementation/E-VAS. The more I give financially, the more I receive financially. Ann Wayman, Dream Giver, Ghostwriter, www.annwayman.com. I was looking for additional income streams, and by giving financially, it's opened so many doors for me. So many opportunities become available when we are financially generous. Ed Noel, mortgage professional, owner, leadership, and team building coach. It was really tough for us to give anything, as we had invested so much into our business. But we decided to start out with $25 a month. We didn't think of it as a very big gift, but the truth is, it was a lot for us when we started. And the doors that financial gift has opened for us are huge. We will be giving a portion of what we generate in our business back to Life Masteries Institute and pay it forward to help others around the world gain financial freedom. Steve and Avalinda Casey, owner, real estate investing, speaker, and author. Being a part of Mastermind seminars over the last 3 years has changed the way I think about every area of life. When we give financially, we not only support what is given to us, but we assist others in our community and around the world. Be generous. Kevin King, helping people save money on health insurance.